3 steps to feel 20 years younger. There really is no reason why you can't wake up in the morning and feel like you did 20 years ago. Now, for us 50, 60, and 70 plusers, we may have a vague memory of our mornings 20 years ago. The alarm goes off, you sit up, you pop out of bed, you put the coffee on. Your brain is already processing mental notes for your day ahead. You're ready to go, so off you go. At no point in your day do you avoid doing something you want to because it's too hard or too much effort or too anything. Now, 20 years later, things are different for some of us, and even the easy stuff, even getting out of bed in the morning, seems to take a lot of effort. But I can assure you, it doesn't have to be that way. Hi, I'm Kevin, your 70 plus host for Living 50 Plus. I've trained many, many nice folks, and even myself over the past decades, with the primary purpose of turning back the clock and keeping it at a time in which daily life really doesn't take much effort. So I'm sure you're okay if all that can be accomplished with just a little extra effort. Let's look at a 3-step program I've used to sort of time travel back 20 years. Let's call it by the acronym SNL. And I'm not referring, that old great late night TV program, Saturday Night Live, that we all used to laugh at since, my gosh, the mid 1970s. For us, SNL stands for a program that I've helped people utilize to be effectively turn back what can be considered aging factors. Now keep watching and let me explain. The S in our SNL program is for strength. As we've discussed in previous Loving 50 Plus episodes, strength is the key to our healthy, happy futures and our present enjoyment of life. Now, your current level of strength dictates what you're able to do. If your life consists of sitting while commuting, sitting at work, sitting on a couch watching TV reality shows or sports, your strength has probably diminished substantially over the past 20 years. From not enough physical activity to keep them strong, and from the ravages of the muscle depleting sarcopenia that we've talked about. And in my experiences training people from teens for high school sports all the way to people enjoying their 90s, the easiest way to strengthen bodies is with weightlifting, and it still is today. Well, I enjoyed powerlifting myself for many decades, and I performed maximal lifts way too often. People I trained new to the health club were surprised when we started with a nice, easy walk or an easy pedal on a stationary bike for, 5 or 10 minutes just to get the blood moving. But they were a little apprehensive when we headed right to the weight machine area. But as they soon found out, when you're starting any exercise program, after checking with your doctor, then easy does it. First, clients perform 10 repetitions on each machine at a minimal weight, which gave me a chance to assess their strength, provide form tips, and identify any movements that might have been ill-advised for that particular person. Bodies are very different in abilities. Some exercises may not be suited for you, so it's a must to do what? Check with your doctor first. Now, the health club had arranged the weight machines in a circuit. There was chest press, back row, shoulder press, biceps curl, triceps press down, leg press, and then there was a leg raise for the abs that was on a flat bench, 10 to 12 reps each, with a 30 to 60 second rest in between as you move to the next machine. That was it to start. Invariably, everybody at the end of it say, hey, that's not bad at all, I can do that. Then an easy 10-minute walk on the track or an easy 10-minute pedal on the bike to cool off a little. 3 days later, if no aches or pains, another circuit session of strength training with maybe 2 times through the machines, still nice and easy. Next week, add, maybe 5 pounds depending on the body part. Rebuilding strength came with easy progression, and we'll turn back the clock for you as well. Now, that's the first step in regaining 20 years of calendar ages. Now, please don't groan as we discuss the second letter of our SNL program, the N for nutrition, because what you eat can be the difference between health and illness, energy and lethargy. Living with a mindset of food as the salve for a bad day can result in drowning your body in unhealthy saturated fats, added sugars, excess sodium, and ultra-processed foods. It'll also result in making your body carry around any excess body fat you just don't want in your life. So hop off the dieting treadmill, Focus on nutrition by adding healthy foods to your daily meals rather than agonizing over eliminating the foods that can potentially harm your health and maybe you like to eat. With some people who have tried every diet that came along, I suggested simply adding 3 cups of green, red, and yellow vegetables every day. No matter what. No excuses. They didn't have to eliminate anything else. Years ago, we steamed our vegetables and now we microwave. In fact, back years ago when we were kids, we boiled the vegetables. But now we found out you can steam them or you microwave them and keep a lot of the nutrients in there. Now, you may want to add a dash, just a dash, of something like, low sodium soy sauce for taste. But 3 cups of vegetables. That's really not that much. But every single day. You get the vitamins and minerals and dietary fiber and antioxidants galore. And after this becomes a healthy habit, we look at adding other delicious and healthy foods to those we enjoy. So many people have used this method, gradually adding nutritious foods rather than feeling like they're suffering by trying to eliminate unhealthy foods they regularly eat. You'll find you just don't eat as much of the unhealthy stuff. Now, the third letter of our SNL program may surprise you, but it's vitally important if you want to turn back the clock and actually be what you feel is younger and more vibrant, to keep your brain sharp. So, the L is for learning new things. Your mindset has to open up to new possibilities, to stretch with new ideas. Now, I'm not suggesting you ignore the past 20 years of experience and knowledge you've accumulated. The very fact that you're watching me on YouTube indicates you do have some kind of exploration of new technologies. Even though I did need help to program the new TV remote, what are you going to do? I am saying, since you do have the advantage of all that brain power, increase your interest. If you really want to feel 20 years younger, now is the best time to learn new things, to grow your brain power. One best way to do that is to read. Now, remember in school, we always had a lot of reading to do. Some of us felt it was a chore, and it was, but now we see that our wonderful teachers were giving us lots of different books in the hope we'd find an interest. I remember in grammar school, we were handed a sheet on which we'd write down the books and the authors we read. Probably had to do a book report too. But for 10 books, we'd get like a silver star or something, I don't remember. Another 10, maybe 2 stars, on and on. We chose what interested us from the library and read a lot of books we wouldn't usually have read. Do that now. Go to your local library. Check out a book that grabs your attention. History has so much to teach us, good and not so good. Science, how do they get those huge rockets up in the air? Biology, let's learn about our own bodies. Mysteries to try to guess who done it. Let's go to the library. Learning, being inquisitive should never stop. An open mind lets in the bright sunlight, warm breezes, and growth. A closed mind is a dank, dark cellar with the air stale and mental cobwebs forming. We don't want that. So try our SNL program, Strength, Nutrition, Learning. The age on your driver's license may not change, but you will have a better chance to keep your body, brain, and hopefully your mindset bright and going strong now and in your happy future. Now, thanks for watching our Loving 50 Plus episode. I appreciate you being here, and always check with your doctor or ask your physical therapist before starting any exercise program. Get the approval first. You're welcome to join us at our Loving 50 Plus channel. We've got other videos on there, and please click subscribe to keep us going. And for those subscribers I have, thank you. If you have a minute, leave a comment, maybe a thumbs up like. What you want for your body, your life, is what we're doing here at Loving 50 Plus. I'm Kevin, your host. See you in our next video, and please, for goodness sake, take care of yourself.